जब आप लेस्टर शहर में थे तो ऑब्वियसली यू कम फ्रॉम अ सिस्टम विच इज़ वेरी व्हाट यू कॉल इट लाइक वहाँ क्रिकेट चलती है सिस्टम से, तरीके से, डिसिप्लिन से। तो जब आप इधर पाकिस्तान आए एंड यू स्टेप्ड इनटू दिस आई वुड से वॉलेटाइल सेट ऑफ द एनवायरनमेंट पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट की, हाउ हार्ड हैज़ इट बीन फॉर यू स्पेशली if I look at the sort of media criticism against you, the sort of campaigns which have been run, how hard has it been for you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm still baffled by, still trying to understand what criticism has been labelled at what we're doing in terms of what we're delivering.
Right.
Because jo mujhe tankha milti hai, whatever I earn, I'm there to deliver something.
Right.
So when you're dealing with intelligent journalists and media people, they ask the right questions. There's a lot of cowards who sit behind the keyboard, not just here, all around the world, who aren't facts-based, who make decisions that they want to attack personal characters. Luckily for me, those sort of gutter programs I don't watch. People have to earn money, so they have to come up with content in order to do what they do. But the bottom line is that until we have those types of media people and journalists who basically just waste people's time with nonsense, we're not really going to move forward. You know, you've been in the field a long time, Waheed Saab. You know, you've been on the ground. You know, where do you think the media is at the moment in this country?
Well, if you ask me, Wasim Khan Saab, again, it's our media is like in a evolving stage. There are youngsters coming up, a lot of channels, and it's a very vibrant industry. But when you say about criticism, I think media के पास ये right है कि अगर आप जैसे for example, I'll give an example कि अगर ये पता चलता है कि यूनुस खान को जो है आप लोग इंटरव्यू कर रहे हैं for the national under-19 coaching position, and then all of a sudden then we hear that Saklan has also applied, and then we all of a sudden hear कि जी इजाज़ अहमद को कर दिया गया है, तो फिर वो सवाल तो उठते हैं ना कि what's happening, why Ijaz Ahmed, because this is a guy who's got a criminal background, who's been behind bars for in a fraud case, whatever, but the fact is that he's got it against his name. And on the other side we have Yunus Khan, upright person जिसने बहुत खिदमत की है पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट की, तो सवाल तो फिर उठेंगे वसीम साहब.
When I'm talking about the media and journalists, I'm not talking about everybody.
Obviously,
okay.
Obviously.
You know, there's a lot of very, very good journalists. There's some very, very good people who ask the right questions, who want to understand about cricket. But देखिए, opinion wali, cricket is a game of opinions.
Exactly.
Okay, so you will have a very different opinion to me about many things, and that's your right and obligation to do that. My right is to say, you know, let's agree to disagree on various things. So, Yunus Khan ki aap baat kar rahe the. Okay, listen, firstly about Yunus Khan, I want to say he's an incredible person. You know, in terms of having met him for the first time, I know he's somebody whose values are very high, who's a hard worker, who is somebody that will be involved in Pakistan cricket at some stage. I have no doubt about that, because we can't let go of people's skills. वो जैसे हैं, दूसरे भी players भी हमारे हैं, Saklan. These sorts of guys will have a role to play at some stage. But sometimes you can't agree on everything. You know, sometimes when two parties come together, somebody has certain expectations, others have limitations. So if those things don't meet, no matter how hard you try, then it can't work out. So the things that we discussed and जो हमने बातें की है और debates भी की है, a lot of that stuff is confidential, to be honest with you, which is a conversation that we had with Yunus Bhai, and you know, these things happen. But you know, people like Ijaz, whatever, you know, we have to again look at various things like budgets in terms of what we have available. I don't dictate as a CEO how much we can spend. There is a process, rightly or wrongly, within the PCB that works to say for this particular role there's this budget. You now go out and make it work. Okay. I have to then try and make that budget work. Yes, it means that certain people
will miss out,
which is not ideal in any situation. But like, you know, you look at football, whatever, you know, a transfer budget is given to managers. This is what you've got, you go and make this work. So, you know, we believe that in terms of Ijaz's credentials, you know, everybody makes mistakes in life. You know, I've made mistakes, you would have made mistakes. You know, but the bottom line is, you know, can he bring value? Does he understand, you know, how to get the best out of young players? Has he been in that environment before? You know, has he played enough international cricket? Usko credibility hogi. There's a number of factors you have to look at. to marry up. I think what people don't understand sometimes is that, they'll say, well, ye player tha, ye Sakleen Mushtaq tha, ye tha, why have they not gone for him and why have they got others? Is that, these things aren't taken lightly. We have to debate, discuss, we've got budgets that we have to work to.
बेसिकली लाइक व्हाट आई अंडरस्टैंड जो मुझे समझ में आ रहा है वसीम खान साहब वो ये आ रहा है कि बेसिकली आप ये कह रहे हैं कि ये यूनुस खान एंड सकलैन बेसिकली you all couldn't hire them because you all had budgetary constraints.
Well,
You all had to go according to a budget.
With regards to Yunus, there was a number of factors we spoke about, not necessarily about a budget, but with Sakleen, listen, Sakleen has got a value. Sakleen has been with England now for a period of time, in the Ashes.
Exactly.
Successful in terms of what he's done, brilliant. And he absolutely demands a high value in terms of the money that he should earn. But unfortunately, as I said, we had constraints. We've got Ijaz in now in place. We believe he's going to do a good job, and we have to move forward.
But like what you're saying, I can understand what you're saying. But उसमें साथ-साथ में एक ये चीज़ आती है. Is it true, like you've been in the passing cricket board now for a number of months now, लेकिन एक feeling ये आती है कि when it comes to taking decisions on junior cricket or local coaches, regional coaches, team managers, analysts, the national cricket academy seems to exert a lot of influence in those decisions. और एक ये फीलिंग है कि अभी भी जो है वहाँ से बहुत जो है वो प्रेशर आता है. यूनुस का भी हमें पता चला था कि there was this disagreement between you all that he didn't want the NCA to have any role in the selection of the junior team and you all didn't agree with that. Anyway, that's another thing. But is this true कि NCA का बहुत ज़्यादा involvement है और आप पे प्रेशर होता है when you're taking decisions about the junior teams or regional coaches and things like that?
There's a number of people involved in the NCA in junior cricket. What they will do is they'll put their recommendations forward.
Okay.
So ultimately, the decisions will lay with myself and the chairman around looking at these are proposals, these are the people that have been putting forward, and this is the reasons why. So our domestic cricket may be that came. So people will debate the 6 head coaches we have currently across the cricket associations. उनकी राइट होती है कि हम डिबेट करेंगे, ये दूसरे कोचेस भी हैं, इनको अपॉर्चुनिटी मौका नहीं मिला to do this. But we believe that in terms of where we want to take domestic cricket, the structure we have with the coaches, these are the very best. But the recommendations were made. We looked at all the credentials. We spoke to lots of people about the coaches that we put into place. Decision was made from there.
Right. But